Hi guys, good day and welcome to Grace Ministries USA. My name is Ryan. I want to thank you for stopping by. It is my hope, our hope here at Grace Ministries USA to be your daily devotional series, to be a spiritual compass to help you navigate through life, through the rough waters, the waves that come our way. For all believers, there's no judgment here, just like you and me with the hustle of the modern world, trying to find a moment to reflect and connect with God in my life is daunting. It is daunting. But when I take the time to actually do it daily, I have to force myself, it becomes equally rewarding and essential. This devotional is designed for those who crave a deeper understanding. They want a relationship with the divine amidst life's rapid changes and challenges we find ourselves in. We make a plan, other things happen. We find ourselves in today. Y'all, with God's help, we can do anything and all things. Today's devotional comes from Psalm, one of my favorite books, y'all. The Lord will not reject his people. He will not abandon his special possession. Psalm 94:14. Guess what, guys? It is a strange thing to feel alone when we share a planet of more than 8 billion people. You heard it right. 8 billion, and we still feel alone. Yet we all feel alone on occasion, no matter who it is, no matter if you're a Christian, a non-Christian, alike. We convince ourselves that we're living a solitary existence, that no one notices us or cares about what we do or feel. I call it the poor me mentality, the victim mentality, the negative mindset. Psalm 94:14 reminds us that we are, in fact, not alone. We are not alone. The Lord will not reject his people. He will not abandon his special people. That's a promise from Scripture, y'all. Whatever you're facing, you are not alone. You're not. You're not going to be alone. You don't have to go through it alone. God is with you. He walks beside you, right next to you through it. Hey, what's up, God? Through the valley. He's here. He accompanies you through the storm. The problem is not that he's not here. The problem is that distractions keep us from sensing God's presence. That's why he lays it out in Psalm 46:10. He makes it clear. And be still and know that I am God. Embrace quiet, y'all. Embrace it. Get alone and enjoy it. I can't. It's hard for me to do it, but I try. When the prophet Elijah felt alone and feared for his life, God made his presence known to Elijah with the sound of a gentle whisper. Yo, I'm here, bro. I got you. I'm not going anywhere. 1 Kings 19:12 tells us this was all Elijah needed to realize he wasn't alone. God also makes his presence known through his word, y'all, through God's mighty word. So if you feel alone, spend some time reading or meditating on or memorizing scripture. I'll tell you what, I got Psalms 23 and 24 in the bag, and I go to it often when I'm feeling upset. I repeat it to myself. Certain lines, y'all. Scripture starts with passages such as Deuteronomy 31:6, powerful. Philippians chapter 4, 6 through 7, and 1 Peter chapter 5, verse through 7. Pray about the things you read. Pray about them. God will talk to you in ways that you can't even imagine. Ask him to help you sense his nearness. Tell him you don't believe. Tell him you're upset that all the bad things are happening. Talk to him. It's important because we got an enemy who's working full time and he thrives on our weaknesses. We are working part-time as Christians. We got to step up before it's too late. The Apostle Peter wrote, watch out for your great enemy, the devil. He prowls like a roaring lion, looking for someone to devour. Yeah, 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8. Like a lion on the prowl, our enemy targets solitary prey. He's looking for people who are alone. He's looking for weakness. You're not weak when you're in a group of other people. He exploits those feelings of loneliness and he tries to create distance between you and God because he can't be having that. You're messing up his plans. But God has a plan to defeat and crush the enemy. God said, it's not good for man to be alone. In Genesis chapter 2, verse 18, Peter wrote, God has given each of you a gift from his great variety of spiritual gifts. Guess what mine is? Use them well to serve one another. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 10. Those two verses are not unrelated, y'all. To lovingly serve other people, we got to look away from our own needs and focus on the needs of others. And when we do that, in doing so, we make a connection with the people that we serve. That's right. And often we make connection with people who serve us as well. Yeah, helping each other. Imagine that. Can you just see a world where we help each other and not judge each other and put each other down? We got to change the atmosphere. The author of Hebrews wrote, and let us not neglect our meeting together as some people do, but encourage one another, especially now that the day of his return is drawing near and you can see it and feel it. I can. Even with the election, I don't know, man. I'm not so sure about everything. I don't know. He can come like a thief in the night at any moment. He's talking about fellowship, one of God's most underrated gifts to us. Fellowship, the gathering together of people of God, is an antidote to all loneliness, but being alone in general. Just as serving with others prevents isolation and creates connections, so does worshiping God with others, playing music, getting together, creating content for God. Your fellow church members share many of your core values and priorities. You'd be surprised, even people that I talk to who aren't Christians, who might be in a different community, who might be Buddhist, who might be this, that, or the third. But I'll tell you what, they're some of the nicest people I've ever met. They actually care about me. The more you get involved in your church, the stronger those connections become. You have to develop them. I had to go see Pastor Bert. I had to ask for help. It didn't just happen. I had to drive an hour for years. So if you find yourself struggling with feelings of loneliness, draw closer to God and his people. I drove to Wake Forest for years. I'm on, I think, year 6 now. I don't know. I've lost count over the years because I don't think about it like that anymore. I think about it as God served me for so long. Now I want to serve him. God sent people to me to help me, to minister to me when I was having the hardest time of my life, when I wanted to exit this earth, when I wanted to pull the ripcord, the eject seat, and bounce. I met Pastor Bert and it changed my life. And that's my hope for anybody who's watching. Give us a thumbs up, a subscribe. We're trying to reach people for Grace Ministries USA. We are trying to tell people about Jesus. There is a better way, and it is not alone. It's in a community of fellow believers, but we got to get together. We got to work as one and help each other wherever we possibly can, whenever we possibly can. That is the mission. That's the hope. Guys, give us a thumbs up, a subscribe, help us out. If we said something that added value to your life in any way, please, God bless you and thank you so much.